Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Keeping Fish Simple. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the top 7 hardiest aquarium fish in the freshwater hobby. So this video is going to be aimed at beginners who don't really know much about the hobby. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 7 bulletproof fish that I've had a really hard time killing in the past, and they've gone through quite a lot. So all these fish are super easy to take care of. They're super hardy and resilient to really poor water conditions, and I'm not promoting anyone to not keep their fish properly, but if you guys are looking for something that's easy to take care of to start with, this is going to be your list. So make sure you stay around to the end of the video to get all the information. Now I'm going to try and divvy up this video as much as I can because I know how frustrating it can be going through YouTube and seeing videos that are literally all the exact same. So I'm going to try and make these as different as possible to those other videos, but keep the information as accurate as possible. So number 7 on this list is the RASBORA. So I've kept the RASBORA in the past. There's like Harlequin RASBORAs, there's all kinds of different RASBORAs you can try out. I'll chuck up a bunch of photos up here, but these guys are super resilient. They are schooling fish. They stay very small. They stay about under an inch. They take flake foods. They take all kinds of different foods. They're not fussy at all, but they're super easy to keep in water parameters. So they take literally like any tropical temperature. They don't like it too cold, and that's going for all these fish. They don't really like it below 18 degrees Celsius, which is 66 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. Not too sure. As long as you keep them in that tropical environment, they can take pHs of literally like 6.5 all the way up to 8. Like, they're not finicky at all. So they're a really easy fish to keep and super hardy. So the next fish on this list is the CORYDORAS. So the CORYDORAS is a bottom dwelling catfish. You need to keep it in aquariums with sand. It takes all the same kind of parameters as the RASBORAs do. They're super easy to take care of. They take all kinds of foods. You need to put some little algae wafers in there every now and then just to get that little spirulina into them, but super easy to take care of. They eat all the flake food that falls to the bottom. I keep them in this aquarium. You can try breeding them. They're not crazy difficult to breed, but they're a little bit tricky to breed, and they are super resilient because they stay at the bottom of the aquarium. They're not really prone to a lot of chemicals. So often you'll see that if you have a problem in your aquarium, other fish will perish before the CORYDORAS do. There's 160 different types of CORYDORAS, I think. So there's a whole different range you can get. There's albinos, which I have. There's bronze, there's gold, there's everything. So check them out. Cool fish, really hardy. So number 5 on this list is going to be a category of different fish. So this is going to be the PLATY, mollie, and swordtail all in one spot because I didn't want to clog this list with all of them because they're such common fish. They're all live bearers. They all breed without having to do anything. Super easy to take care of. Definitely one of the hardest fish that you can get. They're like the guppy, except they're not as inbred and don't have as many problems as the guppies do. Super resilient. You just feed them flake food. They're good. That's all I'm going to say about these guys. So number 4 on the list is angelfish. So some people might not agree with me on this one. I think angelfish are super resilient because they've been kept in aquariums for so long. These guys are super easy to take care of. They take flake food, live foods, everything really. Super easy fish to take care of. They're super cool looking. They need a little bit of a bigger aquarium, but nonetheless very hardy. I have still got the same 6 that I started with a year and a half ago, and they're all thriving and doing perfectly fine. And I've left these guys for a couple of days without being fed. They eat duckweed and all that kind of stuff. So super easy fish to take care of. I'm not saying to leave them for a few days without feeding them, but super fun fish to keep. Alright, so we're on to the segment of the list where it's going to get a little bit interesting, and now I'm going to talk about the Pacific blue eye. So this is the 3rd fish on the list, and it's literally so hard to kill. You chuck these guys out in the ponds out in winter, they're fine. They're an Australian native fish. They look sick. I've never really kept these guys because they're more of a pond kind of fish, but you can keep them in your aquariums. Super hardy. They breed by themselves when they're in ponds, and they just look so cool. So they're called blue eyes because they got blue eyes, and yeah, they're like related to the rainbow fish and awesome fish. So number 2 on the list is the ENDLERS. I can't really say much about the ENDLERS. They're a wilder kind of guppy. They're a live bearing fish. The reason they're here instead of the guppies is because they're not crazy inbred like the guppies are, and they are way less prone to becoming sick with diseases that guppies are commonly sick with. So easy to take care of. These guys take literally every pH. They like warmer water, but you can keep them in cooler water. You can chuck these guys in your ponds. They stay small, so you don't need a big aquarium. It's super fun fish to keep. There's so many different varieties you can get, and I just absolutely love them. And then at number 1 is the DANIO. So I've talked about these the Danios heaps on this channel. You can get leopard Danios, you can get zebra Danios, you can get so many different kinds of Danios, it's not even funny. They're a top dwelling schooling fish, so they stay around the top of the aquarium. They take flakes, they take bloodworms. They are so cool. They are super active, so if you want something that sports around the aquarium a lot, these guys are your pick. Super hardy to kill. I've had a really hard time in the past finding a way to kill these guys. I don't purposely try and kill these guys, but I've had so much experience stuffing up tanks that it happens to us all. So these were the list of the hardiest fish to keep. I hope you guys learned something today. I tried to keep this as brief as possible. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.